Welcome back to our virtual programming. Today, we will be making a virtual STEAM paper plate bunny craft. So let's get started. So the materials that you'll need for this craft are as follows: a paper plate, pink construction paper for the flowers, pink ear inners, and the pink nose. Now you don't have to have pink flowers. You can have whatever color flowers you have, but I think that looks good for Easter since we're in April. And so you want some type of construction paper for the flowers, and you want pink construction paper at least for the pink nose and the pink ears, and you're going to want to have green construction paper for the leaves, yellow construction paper for the centers of the flower, the circle centers, and you want a black marker for doing the eyes. You want a glue stick to hold everything in place. You're going to need scissors for cutting things out, and you're going to need a stapler to staple on the ears. So let's go. So we're going to take our paper plate and we're going to take our black marker and we're going to make the bunny's eyes. So I'm just drawing two oval or circular eyes there, and I'm going to give my bunny eyelashes. Alright. So now I'm going to cut out her pink nose, and I just drew a circle and I am cutting that circle out, and I'm going to glue it onto the paper plate there. I'm going to move it around so it looks good. Okay. So next, I'm going to start drawing the flowers for my bunny's tiara, I guess you could say. She kind of has a crown of flowers, so to speak, so I'm just going to sort of do that. I'm going to make them different sizes, and I'm going to use my purple and blue paper for this, so repeat the process. And I'm going to cut those out. Okay. So now that I have all my flowers that I want cut out, they're not quite glued just yet. They still need something else. They need the little yellow circles that go inside of the flowers. So I'm going to start drawing those in varying sizes because we have varying sizes of the flowers. I'm going to take my scissors and cut that out to make it easier to cut the circles out, okay? So now I'm going to take my glue stick and glue down the little yellow circle for my flower, and I'm going to paste it onto my paper plate there. So just take your glue stick, and it might be a little bit hard to put it on there because it is a curved surface, but I managed to do it. And I have my large flowers. I'm going to make pretty much like 3 of them, and then I'll fill in the gaps with the smaller flowers. So then you're just going to paste those on, and I'm going to fill it in like I said with the small flowers. Okay. Now I'm going to take my white cardstock and I'm going to draw my bunny ears. So you're just going to draw kind of a long, or I didn't even draw, I cut them out, sorry. I cut out my bunny ears out of the cardstock, and I folded the paper so I got 2 of them that were parallel. Look how nice they look. See, when you make things symmetrical and you cut them out and paste them, they tend to look better. So I have another piece of paper, my pink piece of paper, folded to make the pink ear inners for the bunny. So I'm going to cut it smaller than the actual white ear, and I'm just going to trim those up and kind of tailor them to fit perfectly. Well, not perfectly, but pretty good. And instead of using glue, I'm going to use my stapler. So I'm going to staple the ears into place. And it's going to be a little hard. You're going to kind of have to move it around to get it in there, you know. So now you're going to you're going to cut out the leaves, because you need the leaves to cover the staple, and it's part of the project, you know. So that'll help fill in the flowers, and it'll cover the staples. And I folded the paper a bunch of times to get more leaves, and that way they're all the same kind of shape. So I have two different kinds of leaves. I have a bigger one, and I have a small kind of rounder one. And I have several of them because I folded the paper and I got multiple ones of the same type. So now I'm just going to glue them down where the staples are, and that's going to hide the staples, and it's also going to add a good pop of color to the flowers and just make everything kind of look fuller and more complete. And that's pretty much it. That's it. Let me know what you guys thought of this.